1,700,000 years ago, the world was filled with extreme danger. Just to stay alive was the ultimate survival challenge. Hunt or be hunted, kill or be killed. This is the story of how we became who we are today. Humankind first appeared in East Africa over 2.5 million years ago. It was the beginning of the epic journey of human evolution. It was a world of predators and scavengers. Early humans, or hominids, lived among large, terrifying beasts. But these hominids were just scavengers. Unlike this saber-toothed cat, Megantereon cultridens. This is Homo ergaster, the most successful of all the hominids, with the largest brain yet. They're the springboard for the evolution of our species. Like other African hominids, these people walk on 2 legs. But 2 legs are no match for more ferocious and much faster 4-legged predators. This saber-tooth has enormous canines for slashing flesh, but even these teeth can't efficiently scrape a carcass clean. It's left plenty of meat behind for those that wait. It's 200 pounds of formidable predator. If humans are to outsmart the beasts, they must find an edge. Homo ergaster may be the cleverest hominid yet to walk the earth, and among the first human carnivores. But to get meat, these Homo ergaster must take on the saber-tooth, venture into the open, and put their lives on the line. Scavenged meat was one key to our advance up the food chain. For 1 million years, basic stone flakes have been used as tools. But to be successful scavengers, these hominids need a cutting tool as razor-sharp as the saber-tooth's canines. Game meat contains fatty acids and is very nutritious. Eating meat helps the human brain grow. This meat's worth the risk. The scavenger must be ever watchful. luckiest survive. Life's short and brutal. It's unlikely these hominids felt grief. What the saber-tooth doesn't eat will be left behind for other scavengers and the bones scattered. It'll be like this for hundreds of thousands of years. There's no evidence of Homo ergaster burying their dead. These hominids were only able to scavenge one bone and a few shreds of meat. Though there are many things we don't yet understand, the concentrated energy derived from meat is one factor that helped supercharge our evolution. The marrow in this bone will give them a massive dose of calories, and calories mean energy. It may have taken many, many generations to discover how to manipulate stone to create a sharp, two-sided tool. But what this early human is slowly figuring out will be a revolution for humankind, the first of many. We'll never know what chance events led to every invention, or what this moment of realization felt like. This young hominid has created a sharper, more versatile cutting tool, the hand axe. One that'll rival the saber-tooth's canines. We know from experiments with dead elephants that the hand axe can slice the toughest hide, break open the biggest bone. This is the edge these hominids are looking for. And this will bring them one step closer to becoming a clever killer, a super predator. Humans must learn to beat their competitors at their own game. They must learn to become hunters. They'll need a tool more powerful yet than their new hand axe. A tool so powerful, with so many uses, that not only humans, but all animals cower before it. And a tool they must master before rising any higher up the food chain. Fire. Armed with stone tools and a slowly evolving brain, the descendants of Homo ergaster moved out of Africa to begin peopling the world. Between 1.7 million and about 600,000 years ago, they left just a few small clues chronicling their momentous trek northward. They already knew fire's terrifying, awesome power as a weapon. By 300,000 years ago, some of Homo ergaster's more evolved successors, often called Homo erectus, were living in what's today Western Europe. They've outcompeted every other species of hominid. They use fire to keep warm and cook their meat, making it more digestible. They've discovered fire's most powerful use yet, in the hunt. Homo erectus are no longer just scavengers. Now they're predators too. The most experienced hunters, Kull and Seer, organize the hunt. The imposing Megaloceros is their prey. With antlers 11 feet wide, the now extinct Irish elk stands 9 feet tall. The hunters split into two groups to outflank their prey. From long experience, they know group hunting's more effective than going it alone. Even one large animal yields so much meat, the risk's worth it. Like animals, these hunters rely on all their instincts and senses, much more so than we do today. They use flanking tactics and expert stalking to drive animals through a narrow gorge and over a cliff. Organization's vital. Language, as we know it, is still 250,000 years away, but these early humans have the basic skills to communicate. Cyr sends Ebo to be the lookout. Others below wait with spears hardened by fire. Cole, the most experienced hunter, leads the drive. They've only a few minutes to get the elk over the cliff. But there's one thing about fire they haven't yet mastered: how to keep their torches alight in damp air. All the experience handed down from generation to generation can't help them here. They're losing control. The hunters have become the hunted. Human evolution is chronicled in part by ever-increasing brain size. Our knowledge of Homo ergaster comes from the 1.6 million year old Nario Katame boy in Kenya. He was 11. A 10-year-old Homo erectus of 785,000 years ago from Spain had an even larger brain capacity. Face to face with a herd of aggressive Megaloceros, an early hunter without an effective weapon is defenseless. The gorge destined to trap the giant elk has now trapped the hunters. Cyr is badly gored. To lose any man is a disaster in a world where people live in tiny, self-sustaining bands. Death and serious injury were the high price Homo erectus paid for living with such great beasts. Losing Seer could mean the difference between hunger and survival. Today, they've returned with 2 injured men and no meat. Close-up and personal hunting was hazardous in the extreme. Finds in Spain tell us few Homo erectus males lived beyond their teens. There's no evidence Homo erectus dug graves or held ceremonies for the dead. We'll never know if these earliest peoples felt the sense of loss left by a death, for they were still closer to the great beasts they shared the world with than to us today. Fires failed them in the hunt. There are things about it that are still a mystery to them. But they must master all its secrets if they're to survive. Over thousands of years, Homo erectus wrestled with the same problem: how to keep flames alight in damp air. It's been a disastrous hunt. For these early humans with no strong reasoning powers and no articulate speech, emotions like grief, anger, and happiness would have been fleeting moods. We'll never know exactly how Homo erectus communicated with each other, but conflict, even violence, was inevitable when people lived in such tightly knit groups and when hunts failed. Though they're not yet us, they're growing ever more like us, and conflict's human. The blame game's as old as man. They can see all the potential of fire as a weapon, but making it a reliable one still eludes them. Thousands of years of trial and error will provide the answer. It'll come from survival skills. They may have lacked concern about the dead, but we can be sure people living so close to nature had a vast knowledge of plants, of what was edible and what wasn't, the seasons of wild fruit and berries, and most importantly, the healing power of plants. This gooey substance is pine resin. Not only can it prevent infection, it's also the source of turpentine, a natural fuel. We'll never know what really unlocked the secret they were looking for. An accident of nature, a lightning strike, careful observation, or just trial and error. But these Homo erectus have finally stumbled upon it. They've now mastered all the mysteries of fire. It keeps them warm, cooks their food, scares away predators. And with this one momentous discovery, nothing will ever be the same again. The rain is the ultimate test. Only Ipper knows the source of the resin. She shares her knowledge of this decaying pine stump. Pine resin, like turpentine, has a distinctive smell. Problem solving, cooperation, and the sharing of knowledge will be essential to human survival. The pine resin will keep their torches alight much longer than before. This is the edge they need. Ebo and the band are now well on the path to being skillful hunters. They're strong, they're fearless, they know exactly where to find their prey and when. They know how it reacts when chased. And they have the best weapon yet invented. The herd of Megaloceros has come face to face with a formidable, lethal weapon. Not just fire, but fire plus the human brain. Hunting will become a way of life that will define humankind for the next 300,000 years. From dense accumulations of stone tools and animal bones, we know Homo erectus hunted in places like Boxgrove in southern England. There, 500,000 years ago, hunters preyed on large animals like deer and bison, driving some of them over a 300-foot cliff. From layer after layer of bones, we can tell the hunters came here time and time again. Europe's in the grip of the late Ice Age. Great ice sheets mantle Scandinavia and the Alps. Sub-zero winters last up to 9 months. Homo erectus has long since died out. It was during a short summer that their descendants, these Neanderthals, migrated to this river valley. Remaining skeletons tell us they were short and stocky. They rely on their powerful limbs for close-in stalking and hunting, and close still means danger. They hunt beasts like the giant steppe bison. Their weapons are the most lethal yet. Stone-tipped spears that tear into hide and flesh. 6 feet tall at the hump, Bison priscus weighs more than 1 ton. It's close quarter combat. Their spears are too heavy to throw very far. They must lunge and jab. stone tip breaks off in the wound, causing profuse bleeding. For the Neanderthals, killing animals is about survival. Doog, the strongest hunter, administers the final blow. These were good times for the Neanderthals. They never let down their guard for fear of lurking scavengers, their eyes constantly mapping the forest, searching for danger.